right, so Thanksgiving is a horror film that just came out. We just saw it today. It's a movie that I don't want to say it wasn't on my radar. I had seen the trailer like once maybe, and I'm like, okay, we'll probably do a reaction to that. But you were hyping on that. You wanted to go to the theater to see it. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna rock out the theater. As usual, we're gonna go check this motherfucker out. And to put it bluntly, after it was over, I had no idea it was an Eli Roth joint until his name popped up. I had no idea while watching this movie because when I think of Eli Roth, I think of Cabin Fever and stuff like that, Hostel, and then you see this and you're like, because to me this felt like, and I hate to say it, it felt like a director's first movie, like the very first one you come out with, where you make mistakes and you learn from them. Like, okay, well now I know not to do this. Okay, so you know what I mean. Nobody's perfect. I'm going to learn from that. Next one's going to be better. It doesn't feel like a movie that comes out this late in a director's career. That's the vibe I got from it. What about you? You were looking forward to
fuck that movie on everything. I hate when I get excited about a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I spend months, weeks prior prepping for it, telling myself I'm about to be happy again as far as horror movies, slasher film, whatever you want to call it. When I watched it, I felt like they wanted to take this as a joke. Between the acting in it, the sloppy storyline, the stupidness, like some of the kills were great. Though some of the bloody scenes were like, oh, that is horrible. I can't imagine going out that way. I truly left the theater pissed.
In your words, you said it felt like a parody.
Like a parody. It really felt like a parody. It felt like they were joking the whole time. It's like they were poking fun at not poking fun at other horror movies, but they were like, it seemed like it was intentional. It seemed like they wanted you to look at this, laugh at it.
When it started off, I thought that it was going to be like some, throwback 80s horror where, you know how things are. Like we just saw Thanksgiving 2. Not Thanksgiving 2, Terrifier 2. Wrong T name. And that had a whole 80s aesthetic to it, and it was brutal as fuck. So I thought it was going to be something like that. And right from the start, something just felt off. Like, things were like overly comedic, but like it wasn't the kind of comedy that landed for me. And it was just, it felt like motherfuckers were improvising, and I don't know, man. It felt weird to me, man. And motherfuckers know I like going in to movies with open mind and all that, try to look for the positives and all that. Now, besides some kills being all right, this as a horror film, man, it felt like it was all over the fucking place, man. Like, of course, when you watch a horror film, there's always suspension of disbelief, because you have to have that, because you're not going in there on some detective shit like, well, in real life, this would never happen because that and that. So you already got to go in there with the right mindset. But this right here, I feel like even with suspension of disbelief, a lot of this shit was a stretch, and a lot of this shit didn't make sense. I'm like, yo, what? Like, it was just, it's difficult, man. It's difficult because the shit that happened, I'm like, what is going on, man? And then even when it comes to the editing, like the editing felt sloppy because it felt like things were just stitched together and there was no cohesiveness. And I'm like it just felt awkward. Damn.
Yeah. Damn, shaking my head. That is exactly what this turned into. Damn, shaking my head.
It sucks, man, because horror films are something we look forward to when they come out. And something like this seems like an easy layup. And of course, with a name like Thanksgiving, you don't go in there taking it seriously. Like, you mean you know what it's gonna be. You know what you in for. But I feel like even that, even not taking things seriously, you go into this shit, you're gonna be disappointed.
Right, because they didn't even execute that. It was
Like the storyline was held together by super glue and duct tape, and even then it was falling apart. It was rough, man.
You just have a bunch of lines, a bunch of scenes, this leading to that, but it doesn't really lead to that. I'm a horror movie slasher film fanatic. I'm a 90s baby, you know? So I come from an era where slasher films were actually like, you felt it. You felt the violence and shit. This was just straight up goofy, and that's the type of goofy where you can enjoy it. Like Scary Movie 1 was goofy, but gosh damn, it had more of a strategic horror feel to it.
Yeah, this was just a movie filled with people I didn't like, characters I didn't care for, and they were there. They did things, and you know, the loose plot just tied together some kills, which can be done well. But I feel like in this one, it just doesn't. It wasn't done well, and I tried to be optimistic, and I'm like, let me see how it wraps up. And I feel like no part of this movie, other than a couple parts you can cherry pick out, were satisfactory for me. Like I just felt disappointed by the end, and I'm like, damn, man, that sucks.
Like some of the kills, like you said, some of the kills were like, oh shit, that's painful.
Yeah,
but no, overall, no, straightforward with it. Nothing extra for me to say. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I hated what I just watched. I don't have anything positive to really put forth. Like I'm not in the mood tonight. Like I am sick of people throwing these movies on the big screen. You're given a budget. You have money to make the shit. And one of the dudes in this movie was probably one of the worst actors I have ever seen in a movie. Like the nigga really didn't even try. He just literally spoke like, no, this can't be. One of them joints. Like and that's why I felt like somebody wanted to make somebody mad in real life. I felt like they put this out there to make you say, the hell with it.
I just expect more from a director like Eli Roth.
Yeah,
because that's the name that holds weight for me. You know what I mean? I haven't seen his latest joints, but when his name is brought up, I still think of Hostel, Cabin Fever, and all. I haven't seen Green Inferno. People rave about that. They rave about it, so I do want to watch it at some point. But then you look at this and you're like, yo, what the fuck? I could see if it said produced by Eli Roth, and I'm like, okay, maybe somebody else just fucked it up and he tried to, fix it. But it's directed by him, so I'm like, yo, what? So, you know what I mean? Those are my thoughts. Be cautiously optimistic going into this joint, because, I mean, apparently somebody liked it because it's rated high on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. Well, IMDb is like a 7, I think. But, just go into it expecting to see a couple of, do I even say creative kills? I don't even know if it's creative kills. Just going there to see a horror film. I mean, if you like horror films, you know what I mean? You just be optimistic. Go in there with an open mind, and maybe, I don't know. I feel like that's not even honest. Like, I don't know, man. This movie is something. That's all I can really say. I can't sugarcoat it, man.
It's something. Like if I had to write an essay on what I just saw, if I had to write an essay on what I just saw, like, it's going to be all over the place. I can't even explain.
Just like the movie.
Yeah, I can't even explain what I just watched. All I know is, no, I didn't like it. And the first person that comes with me saying, oh, you stupid as shit, how'd you not like it? That might turn into a situation this year. I have now had it up to here. I've been going back and forth with people about this movie, that movie. Been getting called out of my name for not liking this, getting called out of my name for liking shit. This one, I'm putting my foot down. No, it ain't no, just not going back and forth with anybody.
All right.
If you like it, conversation's over right there. When I tell you, I'm gonna walk away so fast. Because what am I gonna argue with? What am I gonna argue with you about? If you tell me you like it, I'm gonna say, hey, you have a great day.
So, with that being said, we're gonna get into some spoilers, because now I can actually talk about the film in 3, 2, 1. Now, the only redeemable part about this movie that I can think back on and really remember liking is a scene with the cat. So there's a scene where a dude who's, you know what I mean, he's paranoid because motherfuckers getting killed, so he's like, oh, I might be next. So he's hearing things, he's looking, you know, he's got a cat, he's communicating with the cat and all that. Cat sitting on the counter, he's like, and he hears something like, where is he? Cat point over there, look over there, like, oh, he's over there? Okay, all right. And then, you know what I mean, he ended up getting killed because the cat
misdirect.
Pretty much lied. So he get destroyed, poked the fuck up. He's dead as fuck. Killer's about to leave. Cat's next to the bowl, like, yo, what's up with this? Yeah, my bowl's empty. You just killed my owner, so
Like-
we gonna handle this? Like, what's up? So then the screen cuts to black. You hear food being poured. Cat's tearing his food up, purring and everything. he pets the cat and then leaves. That part right there, it almost got a round of applause for me because, like, in horror films, animals are never safe. So in my mind, I'm like, don't kill the cat, don't kill the cat, don't kill the cat. Cat was cool, chilling the whole time, purring. It's like, yo, I don't give a fuck about him anyway. What's up with this food situation, though? What's up with the food?
I swear that's probably what that cat said. That cat probably said, yo.
Cat was probably slapping the bowl to, yo, what's up?
yo, fuck him. I didn't ask to be here with him. You make sure you fill this bowl up, though, all right? You want to do this tonight? All right, you going to fill this bowl up.
He was halfway out the door when this shit happened. So he stopped, he found the food, poured the food, cat tearing his food up, he pet the cat, and then ended up leaving. I'm like, okay, all right, he ain't so bad. Yeah, he mangling niggas, but he ain't so bad. Because at least he got a heart of gold, you know, took care of the cat. Cat, I mean, cat got the food, he rolled out. Like, all right. That's the one scene in the movie that I can say, yeah, I really fucking enjoyed that shit. Other than that, though, you got some kills that just don't make sense. Like I said in the beginning, there's always suspension of disbelief when it comes to horror films. Because, like, motherfuckers randomly become superhuman and all that shit. It happens. This ain't a realistic film. This ain't a documentary. Niggas die in crazy ways all the time in horror films. You just gotta go. You gotta go with it.
And the killer is always super fucking. We get that. We've been there.
But I feel like some of this shit was like, what? Now, the kill. His first kill, the chicken in the diner. Now first the shit is crazy and kind of realistic because he dip her head in water and then open a freezer door and stick her head against the freezer door. And she has to pull her shit off and she's ripping the skin off. I'm like, yo, that's fucking crazy. That would actually fucking happen. So I'm rocking with it. I'm like, okay, all right, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? She running out the fucking joint. Where my keys? He got somehow he ninja the keys out of a fucking purse. He's sitting there in the fucking driver's like it's Grand Theft Auto. So she's running towards the dumpster, and she's hopping in the dumpster. He hits the dumpster, and somehow she gets cut in half. Now I got to go back and watch the shit again because I don't know how she got cut in half. I don't know. I do not know because it looks like the top of the dumpster hit her, which sliced her in half. Which is that don't happen. I don't know. I don't know if he hit the bottom of her and like I don't know. It just I saw it. I'm like, what? It's like I blinked and she was in half. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Turned into an octopus. Like she just hanging out.
And somehow this nigga hung half of her up on top of the fucking building. Or like on the sign. I'm looking like, what? I don't know if he turned into a demigorgon or something like that. Like I don't know how he got half a body up there. Like it's just, you know what I mean? But these are things that you can't be too meticulous when you try to pick things apart because then you'll pick the whole movie apart. I'm like, okay, all right.
And we don't do that. We don't pick movies apart because we're not trying to be those guys. But there was just something about this movie where you wanted something to go in a better way. The story part in the beginning, it gave me anxiety. I won't lie. Like, what would you do in that situation?
A little bit, but then it was just like so over the top, goofy, and even the motherfuckers that was getting fucked up there. I'm like, wait, what?
Man got a stroke cup and still grabbed the waffle maker.
It's like, and that. That's when I knew, all right, there's gonna be some comedy in this. And I'm not gonna lie, that part was kind of funny. It's like, you know what I mean, you want these deals so bad, you dying and you still want, you know what I mean, and then someone ended up grabbing out his hand anyway. So I'm like, okay, so that part right there, I did chuckle at. But then the chick getting the top of her head like ripped off and all that, the way that shit happened was just so quick and random. I'm like, yo, what? And then her hair is trapped under the fucking shopping cart. Motherfucker's pushing it, and she's just sitting there just dead as fuck. I'm looking like, yo, what? Even the one nigga that was that was trying to like open the door and was fumbling through his keys and all that, ended up cracking, falling down on it. He got trampled. Even that kid was like, I'm like, what? Like what? The boyfriend who got his hand his wrist snapped.
Mate, he just turned to he turned to Bruce Wayne. He just gone.
Yo, the storyline, man. There's so many parts of the storyline where if you think about it, you're like, yo, come on, man. So he's a pitcher, right? That's you know, that's his career. That's what he's going for. He's with the chick, the main chick in the movie. So during this stampede, he ends up getting his wrist trampled and that shit just fucking snaps. He leaves for a year. He just rolls out. He doesn't tell anybody. He deletes his social media.
Fuck the world. Fuck the world. Because you got your shit broke during an accident. And I get it. His career went down the drain. Life ain't gonna be the same no more. I get that. So I really do. I get that. You
just roll out for a whole year.
Fuck your girlfriend. Fuck your friends. Fuck whoever you knew in that. I think that. No, I'm not thinking nothing. I don't have it tonight. No, I don't. I don't have it tonight. I'm not even trying to contradict myself because I don't like when people pick movies apart and they don't try to enjoy it for what it is. But this was just different.
It's just but when there's only like a couple parts of the movie where you're like, okay, all right, then it's just like you can't avoid it, man. I don't like doing that shit either. But it's like the more you think about it, I'm like, come on, man. Like these like you gonna tell me that this regular cop, when you find out who the killer is, you're like, what?
Yeah.
This regular cop twisted somebody's head 180 degrees backwards, ran under the fucking trampoline. He slid under that bitch while this shit is just jumping. Woo! Yep. Yay! Yeah, taking the fucking shit off. put a knife under there.
He managed to go from this side of the room to the other side of the room.
Bouncing on that shit.
Now that right there, that kind of threw me off because like she's on the trampoline, he hits her in the foot. That was like, oh
yeah. I mean, it's painful. It's fucked up.
So even the movie to me was bad enough to make me overlook the scenes that might have still been good visually, but I'm so mad at it. I don't want to give props to the scenes that might have. Like, man,
you mean to tell me this cop fucking he gripped up two motherfuckers that was two teenagers that were walking down the hall, two of them. How did he do that? Like,
yeah, the high school hallway scene. The jock and his girlfriend are walking through the hall,
and he somehow smoke bombs both of them and grips them up and puts them at the table.
Told you he turned to Batman.
Listen, man. After you find out, and I hate when movies do this. After you find out who, like, number one, the third act of the movie is messy as fuck. But then, after she escapes from the torture Thanksgiving, from that point to the end of the movie, you know who the killer is because like everything is pointing you in that direction, and they're not even trying to hide it. And they're trying to do this thing where they're trying to inject mystery in it, but there's no mystery because you know clearly he's the killer. He's the killer. Like big neon sign, me.
It's me, shit.
Big neon sign. I'm like, come on, y'all ain't trying to hide this shit. Like we know who the killer is now. We know it. We know it. It's like they want you to know it. It's like the third act of the movie. Like, all right, fuck it. Like he's the killer. You already know it, right? Boom, there it is. We telling you, he's the killer without saying it. And then as soon as it is revealed that he's the killer, then of course he becomes the fucking cartoon villain with speeches and all that shit. And you find out his reasoning is he was hitting the chick, not hitting, but hitting the chick, and she was gonna leave her husband. She was already knocked up, and she got fucked up in the fucking the Thanksgiving sale. So now he went batshit crazy, and he became a fucking supervillain. And even the way he's talking, he's yelling and all this other shit. I'm like, come on, man. Oh, that whole. I feel like the third act they ran out of time. It's like I just put whatever together. Just fuck it. It's messy. I don't care. Just put it together. We got to get this movie out.
We have a deadline.
That's what it felt like because like it was just scene after scene that had no cohesiveness, and it's just like what the fuck. It's like scenes just duct taped together.
Movie full of cliff notes.
But like, yeah, knowing it was a horror film, I wanted to like it. I'm like, because you go into these seeing how creative they're going to be with the kills and all that. The storyline is secondary when it comes to these joints mostly. I'm like, how creative are they going to be? And a couple of the kills were, creative. Other ones were just like, okay, all right, they dead as fuck, just for the sake of being dead as fuck. Shoved the bitch in the oven. Even that, I thought it was gonna be more graphic, but it wasn't. And stuck the meat thermometer in her, and she fucking roasted in like 2 minutes. And then the thermometer popped out. Posed her as a fucking turkey. Now cutting her like the skin off to serve it. That part was a little nasty because what I mean. It was, that's what I wish the whole movie was if they were going to lean into that. But there was a couple of scenes that was cool, but as a whole, I felt like the movie was just like lackluster as a horror film. Unfortunately,
and I like I like straightforward slasher films. I like horror films. I really do. But I am also a little tough on horror films nowadays. I guess because I'm fed up. I hate people who just put out bullshit with a budget. The movie that I enjoy a lot, the movie that I did enjoy a lot, it came out in 2009. It was Friday the 13th. The remake. And I enjoyed it. And I use that as one of my defenses in an argument. Think about how they created that movie. They gave you everything that you wanted in a slasher film. And it was straightforward. And it wasn't stupid. It just lined up very well. This movie tonight, it kind of put me in a bad mood. You don't do what they did tonight. You don't do what they did.
And it's worse when you're looking forward to the movie and then that happens.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. Like I mentally prepped myself to be excited and happy. I'm thinking I'm going to see violence, old school sex scenes, 90s, not even 90s feel, just a great slasher film. It even had a great, the title just made me think, oh shit, somebody's going crazy on Thanksgiving? Like, what can he possibly do? And then I'm watching it, and it's the sloppiest, unnecessarily goofy ass. It was a disgrace in my eyes. I don't want to tell somebody go see it for yourself. This ain't that.
I feel like if a movie like Cabin Fever came out today and went out in the theaters, that would fuck people up because that movie still holds up for me.
Yeah, they can't handle that.
Cabin Fever still holds up. It has a scene in that made me sick to my fucking stomach, and that movie still holds up. Now you put that up against this one. This is like, what happened, yo? I believe his first movie versus his latest movie. It's like, what? You know what I mean?
That's all you can do. That is the only thing you can say to like what? You thought
if you reverse them and you put this one first and this one second, somebody would say, "Oh yeah, so his first movie was Thanksgiving, and then he learned from his mistakes and it came up with Cabin Fever." It's the other way around. What happened, man? What happened? We done seen great horror films in the theater, man. We done seen great ones. Talk to Me, for instance. That was a movie that fucked me up. That was crazy. Crazy. And I'm pretty sure this might have had a bigger budget than that. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into particulars. I don't know the budget and all that. But either way, it's a name like Eli Roth, so you would think it has a bigger budget, but it didn't show. I don't know what happened, man. Either way, this was lackluster for me. And sound off. Like, what did motherfuckers think about this shit? I need to know because apparently somebody likes this shit because of its rating. So somebody like it. So let it be known what you think.
The world is so crazy right now. I'm expecting a lot of people to say they liked it. I'm expecting them to say why they liked it, and I expect my face to look just like that black cat off Instagram right now.
Reading it.
What? I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. Cause I was a little too hype.
Yeah.
Like I pushed you to go see this shit. I told you, like, yo, we gotta go see it. Like all jokes to the side, but we gotta go see it. I know it's going to be good.
Yep.
Now we in the theater sitting this fucking low in our seats trying to figure out what did we just pay to come see.
I just got my feet up and I'm just like, yo.
Man in front of us got up and walked out.
yeah.
I heard his coat. He left his popcorn and everything.
I thought I was the one to peep that. Yeah.
No, Man got up.
He definitely rolled out.
And you know when he got up, right? When Man was holding his girlfriend in the movie saying, what do I do? Your girl just got fucked up. Next scene. Yeah. Let's do this.
Listen, your girl got executed in front of you. You run to her. Her she's already dead now. You turn in the shack. What do I do?
What do I do?
What do I do?
What do I do?
With the Forrest Whitaker eye.
What do I do? Hey,
Eye over here. What do I do?
What do I do? Hey, Chuck.
What do I do? What do I do?
And then the girl looking at him like lines.
It just wasn't good, man. It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
Other than that cat scene, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. Look, I'm not trying to be the ultimate critic. I'm not trying to pinpoint what a movie should. You want my opinion? No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I'm not going to say, well, this was, no. Besides the cat scene, no. No. No, Eli Roth, if you ever in your life, no, man. Keep, do your thing. Do your thing. I hope somebody else who loves the art of filmmaking makes something way better than this bullshit.
Those are honest thoughts. That's all I got to say about it. That's it. You paused at the right place and then put that there. Nigga, yo, what the? You was about to be fight or flight shit. I was about to get up and run. Don't be doing that with a game like this, man. What you doing? What you doing?
Nigga ain't ask no questions. Took a seatbelt off. All right, cool.
What are you doing?
You run, I run. I'll explain what happened.
Yo.
Oh, shit. Hold up. Yo. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, man. Yo, I'm telling you, everything that I hear when it's outside of somebody closing doors.
Yo. Man.